Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tea Time with Ayek. My name is Ayek and we don't always drink tea, but honey, we do spill tea. Today we're not drinking tea, we're drinking a latte. I'm here at My Coffee, the VI location. It's a lovely Sunday afternoon and I feel really awkward out here doing this, but I said, why not? But today I'm going to be talking about celebrities, social media, and why all of it is really a scam. So let's get into it. But wait, no. Before we get into it, while we're waiting for the latte, if you have not already subscribed, honey, we're gonna fight. Send me the address. I'm gonna pull up, even if you're in China. There's no reason why you have not subscribed up until this point, unless you're hating. Okay, so if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Please like, please comment. We're gonna try to keep this particular video super short. Thanks. Thank you. Okay guys, so latte is here. It's an iced hazelnut latte with almond milk. One thing I like about My Coffee is that they always have almond milk. So if you've been on social media in the past few weeks, past few months, past few years, okay, honestly, in the past few days, I'm sure you've heard about Blessing Okoro, also known as Blessing CEO. She's a blogger, Instagram blogger. She, I guess, shares information about celebs and things like that. Well, basically what happened was that she posted something on her 30th birthday about being sent out of her house by her husband. You know, an extremely traumatizing story, and she never thought that she'd be able to have a house of her own, but she got a house of her own. On her 30th birthday, she was able to complete her house. So with time, one thing led to another, and we now discovered that the house belonged to this man named Onyeze China, also known as Onyeze Chinko. And basically what happened was Onyeze put her on a live video and had her arrested, and it was pretty outrageous, the whole situation, and people, of course, once again were coming out and condemning her, like, why would you lie? Well, I wish I could say that's like the only situation where people lie on social media about what they have. I mean, in this past week, okay, let me not say this is a lie, but it's just a speculation. So Nina, a former BBN or Big Brother Nigeria housemate, had a really interesting birthday gift. Her fans bought her a store. So not too long ago, her colleague, Bam Bam, her fans bought her a car, but this time around, Nina's fans took it to a whole nother level by buying her a store. Don't really know what's supposed to go into the store, but apparently they bought her a store. I don't know how it's possible for someone to get a store. Did they pool the funds together? Did one person collect the money? Who signed the dotted line to rent the store? Was it rent? Was it purchase? So I mean, come on, realistically that's very unlikely. So this is what I think. For some reason, I feel like the more outrageous you are, the more you will trend. And that's why we see a lot of these strange things happening in social media with celebs. But then also, I realize that they have to keep up appearances. The typical average Nigerian is going to judge Banky W or Sisi if she gets in a keke or if she rides a bike, rides an okada. You're going to be the first people, or they're going to be the first people to post a video and send it to Instablog. Sisi was riding keke. This woman who says she had money, she's broke, this, that, and the third. That's just how it is. And it's not just Nigeria, that's how society is. But I know, based on how our culture is, we're super critical. Like, when you're in a certain class or a certain sphere, you have to all the characteristics of that sphere must apply to you. You can't be an exception in any way from that sphere or how they classify you. So let's think back to, I think it was last year, a lady sent a video to Instablog and she said, look at Becky W driving a 2003 Land Rover, Range Rover. By the way, she also followed him and she was basically condemning him, like, oh, you're supposed to be this big shot, you're supposed to be hot stuff, but you can't afford a new a new car or more recent Range Rover. Now, let's be real here. The way that money is flowing in Nigeria right now, like, we have to be realistic. And that's just life in general. Are you gonna buy a Range Rover every year? Obviously not. What's the likelihood of pulling in enough money to buy a Range Rover every year, or a new Range Rover? You have a Range Rover from 2003, it works perfectly fine, and you're supposed to sell it or use somebody else's car to pose as if it's your car, just so that society doesn't say you're broke. So I think, well, let me not say whatever reason. Definitely it's the ego. It's an ego thing. Of course, you want to be respected as this rich person. What's fame without fortune, or perceived fortune? So I understand for a lot of people it's their ego. Also, there's pressures from society, the expectation that you have to have money. You're a celeb. You got to be balling out crazy. Fine. Why would you even have to basically answer to these people who don't care whether you live or die? The lady who was insulting Banky W the other day very well could be in his DMs asking him for money the next. So, of course, we hear of celebrities going to clubs, going to bars, going to restaurants, and purchasing on credit. Just recently, there was Richard Nnamdi. He's the owner of, or former owner of, Escape Nightclub. He had a lists, pages and pages of celebrities and so-called big shots who owed him thousands of naira. Let me not say thousands of naira, thousands of dollars. He was like 7 million naira in debt or something ridiculous like that. And a lot of these people on the list are celebrities. Now, let me just tell you this little story, because you know we got to spill the tea here. Let me sip my latte before I spill this tea. A friend of mine came in December. You know, December in Lagos, and she went to a very popular club. There was a celebrity there, well known. He ordered Moe and Rosé or something like that, and she said that she saw him, you know, and she was like looking at him because he's a celeb, but then she noticed that slowly but surely he was kind of like easing his way out of his seat, like his booth, but she thought he was going to the bathroom or waiting for someone. Then he left. So she looked and she was like, whatever. She continued partying and things like that. So when her and her group of friends were getting ready to pay their bill, the person who attended to that celebrity attached his bill to theirs and said, oh, and they were like, excuse me, we didn't buy a 20,000 naira bottle of beverage. So what's that about? And a fight broke out. So really what happened was this celebrity came in, did not want to pay his bill, but wanted to bottle pop, you know, ball out crazy, and didn't have any concern for how the bill was going to be paid. So of course the waiter thinking, geez, has this person come again? Or geez, you know, this money has to be paid either way. We have to pay this bill either way. Let me just use style and attach it to these people, because my friend was with a huge group of people. So the guy was probably thinking, oh, well, they're probably junk. We can probably get away with it. But obviously, if you give me a bill, I'm gonna read the bill, but they didn't pay the 20K because it wasn't their bill. This is a well-known celeb that balls crazy on social media. So, guys, realistically, let me just say another thing. It's very common, or it happens a lot where you may see a celebrity or see someone who you think has money on social media and start to feel inadequate. I know when I see my mates balling crazy, traveling, doing all the things, working with brands and all these things that I would have liked to do or think that I'm supposed to be doing at 24. And of course it affects my self-esteem. But don't take those kinds of things to heart. Don't take them personally. Don't feel like you're less than, because I can speak personally and say that affected me. For me, it wasn't necessarily the financial things. It was like accomplishments. It's like, okay, you're 24. You're supposed to be president of Nigeria. Why aren't you president of Nigeria yet? You know, putting those kinds of pressures on yourself. So we have to take everything with a grain of salt. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to enjoy my Sunday afternoon here at my coffee. I hope to do more of these kind of chit chat, sit and chill videos. I tried to film this during the week, but first of all, this is a smoking area. Like, it literally says smoking area, and when I came outside, truly that day people were smoking out of control, and I was like coughing on purpose so they would get the hint. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to comment. Please don't forget to like. I really want to hear your take on this issue because I know it's kind of a tense issue. It's a problematic issue. And it's like, once again, who do we blame? Do we blame society? Do we blame the celeb? Do we blame the celeb and society? I say we blame the celeb and society, to be honest. But what do you think? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Friday in my next video. And I'll see you on social media or wherever I see you. I may see you at my coffee for all I know. Thank you so much for watching once again. Love you always. Bye.